Thank you. Senator Welch.
Thank you. My view, Mr. Secretary, is the healthcare system is absolutely broken. It's too expensive. And one of the areas that your administration is focused on, the president specifically, is the cost of pharmaceuticals, Trump RX. And I just want to go through that to determine what actually has happened. The front page of Trump RX says it has, quote, the world's lowest prices on prescription drugs. So I want to do a comparison about our prices versus prices, say, in Germany. And we have a chart here. This one drug, this is for infertility, $10 cheaper in Germany than here. Another one for diabetes and heart problems, $88 cheaper in Germany. Diabetes, $116. Another diabetes drug, $122. Autoimmune conditions, $1,653 cheaper in Germany. Another drug, really important for stunted growth in children, $2,723 cheaper. I mean, do you dispute any of these figures?
We currency and adjust the prices. So
you what?
We currency adjust the prices. So we're getting the lowest prices in the world.
So you're saying my chart is wrong?
Yeah, I'm saying it's apples and oranges, yeah.
I really don't get that. We check what the price is. I mean, it's $2,700 in apples more if you buy that autoimmune, that prescription drug here than there. I mean, the point here is Trump RX was sold as the cheapest prices. Our research shows it challenges that, unfortunately. Another thing, Trump RX isn't even the cheapest prices in the United States. Only a small fraction of available drugs are included. You know, there's 24,000 FDA-approved drugs. 80 drugs are on Trump RX, literally 80 drugs. And that obviously means that for the vast majority of drugs, they're not even in Trump RX. The other thing that is important is that the everyday Americans cannot access Trump RX. You've got a coupon if you go on the website, and it tells a very different story. A patient is not eligible if he or she is enrolled in any federal or state health care program with prescription drug coverage, such as Medicaid or Medicare, or any similar federal health program, TRICARE. Do you dispute that? This is the terms of Trump RX. The vast majority of people aren't even eligible. You know, the other point is that who's really benefiting? You know, you mentioned that there was $1.3 trillion in market increase for the drug companies. But I'm not seeing any reduction in cost to everyday Americans who want to get prescription drugs. You know, drug companies who made these deals were given exemption from Trump tariffs, right? They got a quid pro quo.
Only if they move their production to this country.
Well, so they got a tariff reduction.
They got a tariff reduction only if they produce here, and they get it for if they make a commitment to produce here, they can get it a year in advance.
All right, thank you for that clarification. But what I understand is that all but one of the 16 Trump RX companies have increased prescription drug prices since making their deals. The prices are going up. Companies that signed deals made even more money. You mentioned $1.3 trillion in market value increase, but those companies have made $177 billion in profits, up from $107 billion. You know, here's my concern. I met with President Trump in his first term. He said very directly, and he has on the campaign, that people are getting ripped off with pharma pricing. He gets it, but he's not solving it. Trump RX doesn't work. So I have a bill co-sponsored by Senator Hawley, the Fair Prescription Drug Prices for Americans Act, which would prohibit pharmaceutical companies from selling drugs in the United States at higher prices than at the international average, which is something I thought the president said he supported. Does your administration support that legislation?
Senator, we would love to work with you on the codification. You know, this does not, Trump RX does not yet cover every drug. It covers the most common drugs. It's dropped the price of GLPs by 89%.
Let's just level, though. It's 80 drugs out of 24,000.
It's the most common drug.
You can't be eligible if you're in any other health care.
It's the most commonly used drug.
The companies that have agreed to this have had increase in profits by $170 billion.
It's GLPs. It's all the most.
Trump RX is a fraud.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.